Alright, let's dive into something that's been making waves in the cybersecurity world lately. A critical vulnerability in Progress Kemp LoadMaster that's got everyone from CISA to security researchers on high alert. But here's the thing, this isn't just another vulnerability alert. What makes this really interesting is the sheer scale of exploitation attempts we are seeing, and the fact that it's been added to CISA's Known Exploited Vulnerabilities catalog. Personally, I think this is a wake-up call for how quickly these flaws can go from theoretical to actively weaponized. So, let's break it down. The vulnerability, CVE-2026-8037, is a command injection flaw with a CVSS score of 9.6. Basically, it's as bad as it gets. What this means is that an attacker doesn't even need credentials to execute arbitrary commands on the affected device. One thing that immediately stands out is how this flaw stems from something seemingly simple: improper handling of user input in a function called escape_quotes. It's a classic case of how small oversights can lead to massive security gaps. What many people don't realize is that these kinds of injection flaws have been around for decades, yet they are still slipping through the cracks in modern systems. Now, here's where it gets even more intriguing. According to CISA, there have been 792 exploitation attempts in just 41 days, coming from 65 unique IP addresses across 18 countries. That's not just a number, it's a clear sign that attackers are actively scanning for vulnerable systems. What this really suggests is that even though many of these attempts were unsuccessful, the intent is there, and it's only a matter of time before someone gets it right. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about LoadMaster. It's a reminder of how interconnected our systems are and how one vulnerability can ripple across the globe. From my perspective, the most concerning part is the speed at which this has escalated. CISA added this to the KEV catalog just a month after CISA reported active exploitation. That's lightning fast in the world of cybersecurity. It raises a deeper question: are we patching fast enough? Federal agencies have until August 10 to apply the fix, but what about everyone else? Small businesses, local governments, are they even aware of this? Personally, I think this highlights a bigger issue: the gap between vulnerability disclosure and actual remediation. A detail I find fascinating is the global spread of these exploitation attempts. From Australia to China, Poland to the US, it's a reminder that cyber threats don't respect borders. This isn't just a problem for one country or one industry, it's a universal challenge. What this really suggests is that we need better global coordination in addressing these threats. In my opinion, we are still too siloed in how we approach cybersecurity, and that's something we need to fix. So, where does this leave us? Well, for starters, if you're running Progress Kemp LoadMaster, patch it now. Don't wait. But beyond that, I think this is a moment to reflect on the broader state of cybersecurity. We are seeing more vulnerabilities, faster exploitation, and a widening gap between attackers and defenders. What makes this really interesting is that it's not just about the technical details, it's about the systemic issues that allow these flaws to persist. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just a story about one vulnerability, it's a story about the fragility of our digital infrastructure. Closing thought, we are in an era where vulnerabilities like this are going to keep popping up. The question is, are we evolving fast enough to keep up? Personally, I think we need to rethink how we approach security, not just as a technical problem, but as a cultural and systemic one. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of cybersecurity. Stay safe out there.